I'd like you to hip walk forward on your chair. Make sure you're nice and firmly seated. Let's start with toe taps on the right. Just lifting the toe up and down. Change to left. Lift. Heel toe on the right, so heel and toe. And change. Alternating feet, heels in front. Just let your arms swing along as well. Take sunrise circles. Lifting the heels as you go. Shoulder shrugs on the right. Lift. 2, 3. And left. Circle them back, nice and slowly. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Think of keeping that chin retracted, head is up. Hit the arms across the body, so reaching, reach, just a small reach, as far as you're comfortable reaching. And then sunrise circles. And again. Lifting the heels, alternating heels. This is a batten workout. If you don't have a batten, you can use a wooden spoon, a rolling pin, or a scarf twisted. Keep a little tension if you're using a scarf, just sliding the hands along the thighs to start with. If you're using a scarf, it should be taut. Take the arms a little higher. If you can, take it to shoulder height. If that's not comfortable for you, just keep the arms at whatever level is comfortable for you. Well done. Okay, keep breathing, sitting tall, chin retracted. We're going to take it to a circle round. To be in time, just do what feels good for you. Other way. Last one, we're going to take it to a row on the right. So row, row. Last one, change sides. So you're pulling with that hand that's on the bottom. 3, 4, keep it smaller if you need to. Let's do singles and row. Pretend we're on the canal, out in the fresh air. Take it back to that push. And again, if that's uncomfortable on your arms, you can take it a little bit lower. Well done. So the next exercise is a scarf routine, holding your scarf in the middle if it's long, so that you've got a little bit of movement. In your right hand, we're going to start with toe taps. Just tapping the toes, just lifting and lowering the toes, in time with the music if you can. Keep the movement smaller if you need to. Sitting tall, forward on your chair so that you've got the movement. Let's start with a infinity sign, figure of 8 on the side. If you can make it nice and big and move the body, great. If not, just do what you can. Okay, left leg comes out in front and sliding the other hand the opposite way if you can. Don't worry if you've not got it the same way. It really doesn't matter, just getting the movement. If you're happy, have both arms going. Let's take it to a comb the hair. So those that aren't happy with this, if it's too much for your shoulders, just take it to a nice up and down with the hand. Lift, lift, Take it across to the other hand, circling or figure of 8. Forward and back, taking it. So as your right foot is forward, scarf's in the left hand. Don't worry if you're the opposite way round, it's not the end of the world as long as you do both sides. Just comb that hair or do your little mini bicep curl. And in a moment we're going to go to round the houses. Those that can't take it behind, just take it in front again. So forward, side, behind if you can, if not take it in front. Keep it slower if it's too much, doesn't have to be in time with the music. Change direction. Well done. If you can't quite get it, make up your own thing. As long as it doesn't hurt, you're moving, which is the important thing. If you can keep the toes tapping, great. Let's just throw that scarf and catch. Throw the scarf and catch. Throw the scarf and catch. Take it back into your right hand. Finishing off. Follow it with your eyes, change hands. That head moving. If it feels uncomfortable or you feel dizzy, then leave that bit out, that's fine. Last few, just throw it and catch. Throw and catch. Well done. This is a marching routine, so you need to hip walk forward on your chair. Start with toe taps. And lift those toes as high as you can. Take it to a jogger's walk, so lifting alternating heels. You can add some arms if you wish, just keep it gentle. Take it to a march, keep those feet low for now, nice and quiet. And again. Now we're going to take it to a V-step, right leg forward, so right, left, bring it back, change sides to the left, left foot back in, to the right, and left, take it up to speed. Add some arms if you wish. If it's too much, then leave the arms out. We're still trying to change the lead leg each time. So there's jogger's walk, you're lifting the heels. Basic march. Nice light feet. Ready for that V-step, take it out, out, in, change leg. Right side, left side. Heel digs in front. So just pushing that heel out. Add an upper arm swing if you wish. Let's march it, 3, 2, 1, and clap. Back to the jogger's walk. So just lifting those heels. And march. Light feet, but lifting the whole foot off the ground. That V-step, right leg first. Right leg, left leg, right leg. Don't worry too much if you can't get the order. Just keep moving. You're still going to be getting the exercise. Beautiful. Well done. I'm going to start by just lifting the heels. Alternate heels. 4 more. 3. Right leg forward and back, so take it forward and back, forward and back. I'm lifting the other heel as I move, changing sides. Left foot forward and back. Right foot forward and centre, side and behind. Knee lift, change sides, forward, out, behind and knee lift. Just take it to knee lift now. Or coming up onto the toes if that's too much. Forward and back again, right side. Change sides. Change it to forward, to the side, behind, knee lift, and to the left, to the side, behind, knee lift, just knee lifts. You take the arms up as high as you can. And down. Again, lifting the heels. Back to the beginning, right leg. Change sides. Change sides, same move. Change sides. Right foot forward, side, behind, knee lift, other side, forward, side, behind, knee lift, and arms. This exercise is going to work the chest, so I want you to sit back in your chair this time so you're really nicely supported. Take the band behind the chair at about waist height. Make sure it's nice and firm, even amount of band either side. Place the band in upturned hands. Take the thumb over the top and we're going to turn the palms down so your fists are pointing forward. Take those elbows up to shoulder height and you're going to push forward and release. Pushing forward, keeping the elbows slightly soft and coming back. Trying to have both elbows the same height. Now, if that's too difficult, slide your hands further away on the band. But remember to turn the palms down, it'll be a bit easier. If you want to make it harder, obviously you do the opposite. You take your hands closer, turn over, let the bands flop, and let's take it into a push and pull. So the band's waist height, starting with it in the palms face up. Turn the palms down so your fists are facing forward, elbows shoulder height, pushing forward. And remember when you're doing this, if it's too easy, shorten the band. If it's too hard, you can lengthen the band and only do as many as you're comfortable doing. Make sure you're leaning back in your chair so you're fully supported at the back of the chair. And when you've had enough rest, if you want to rest for a moment and join back in, you can. Listen to your own body, do as many or as few as you're comfortable with doing. The more often you do this workout, the more you'll be able to do, the stronger you will be. Great work, just give it a bit of a shake out. This exercise is to strengthen the upper back, but you might also feel it across the chest. Palms facing the ceiling. You're going to place the band in your hands. Bring the elbows back against the side of the body, closing the hands over the band, and you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together, keeping the elbows close to the body. Control it out and slowly back in. To make it easier, take the hands a bit further apart. To make it harder, hands come closer together, but you're keeping those elbows back the whole time. This workout is to work your thighs, to work the front of the legs. I'm going to ask you to make sure you hip walk forward on your chair so that you've got plenty of room underneath your thighs. You need to be stable on your chair. Bring the hands down in a walking the dog hold. So you've got the tails coming out by the little fingers and the band below. Make sure your foot is really securely in that band. Take the hands down about knee height. You're going to lift the leg on its own. You're not using the band to lift the leg. You lift the leg here. And then as you pull back with the hands, you're going to push that foot away. We're going to come back in and take the leg down under its own steam. So you're not using the band to lower the leg. So it's lift, pull and push towards the floor, bring it back and down. Now, if you want to make it a little bit harder, you're going to bring the hands a little bit further down the bands towards the floor. If you want to make it easier, you're going to take the hands away from the floor on the band. So again, this way slightly. Another way you can strengthen the movement is by holding that position. So when the leg's out straight, in and down. I'm going to show you a quick side view. I'm going to switch onto my left leg so you can see what I'm doing. But with a side view, exactly the same thing. You're just lifting up by your own steam. Push and pull. Bring it back. Take it down. We're still with our right leg. Make sure that foot is securely on top of the band. We don't want it flicking up in your face. Walking the dog hold. Feet hip width apart. Pull in those abdominals and we're going to lift and push, bring it in and down. And as with all our exercises, we're going to ensure that we only do as many as we're comfortable doing. So if that leg really starts to ache, give it a rest. You can join back in. If you don't do very many, then maybe you need to make sure you come back and join us in the next workout, just to keep improving your strength, keep those muscles working well. So don't forget, when you've had enough, you rest. I'm going to do a couple more just for those who can. Anyone still going now? Then I'm going to ask you to hold that leg in that position for a couple of seconds before you release. My suspicion is most of you didn't make that last hold, but wonderful if you did. Let's change sides. So exactly the same thing. Make sure that foot's secure before you start. Knee comes up on its own. Using the push so that hands are pulling away at the same time as the leg goes away from the body. Lift, push, lift, down. Lift, push, return and down. A few more if you can, but don't forget, you stop when you've had enough. And for those that are still going, just hold it there for a couple of seconds if you can. Really get that thigh moving. I'm suspecting again most of you didn't manage that. That was really working my thighs quite hard. Well done. So this is a slightly more challenging balance exercise, the tightrope walk. Now I'm going to do it going forwards and backwards, but if you're uncomfortable going backwards, then please turn round and go forwards. So again, it's one foot. You're going to put the heel in front of the toe. Try and keep your head up rather than looking down. So look down initially, see what you're doing, then keep that head up. It will help with your balance. You can feel, take that toe in front and balance. Toe in front and balance. Toe in front. And then go backwards if you can. So join me now. I'm not going to play music for this one. We need our concentration. So I'm going to ask you to join me. Those of you that's balance is better can try and do it without the chair. But try not to look down. Keep that head up, chin retracted. If you take your head forward, you're immediately going to start to wobble forwards. Important to try and keep upright. It's really going to challenge the muscles in the hips. You might not do many of these. Just keep doing as many as is comfortable for you. So if you can, try and keep those feet pointing forward. Keep that chair nearby if you feel you need it. Well done, that was slightly harder work than some of the other balance exercises we normally do. So we're going to stretch the back of the lower leg, the calf muscle. So hip walk forward in your chair. Make sure your feet are firmly on the ground. And I'm going to ask you to straighten that right leg and then pull the toes back up towards you, flexing the foot, and then slide that heel a little bit further away if you can until you feel the stretch in the back of that lower leg. And we're going to hold that for at least 8 seconds, but preferably closer to 20. If it starts to feel like it's going to cramp, then ease off. But if you can hold it longer, please do. And release. Let's take it to the other side, sliding the left leg away this time until it's straight. Pull the toes back against the body, towards the body. Extend that heel away until you feel the stretch and hold. Now this is going to help keep the mobility and flexibility in your lower body. And if we hold it for a longer period of time, you're going to develop the amount of mobility, the amount of flexibility in that muscle. I'm going to ask you to do that once more on each side. This time we're going to try and hold it a little bit longer if you can. So sliding the leg away, flex that foot up, extend the heel if you can, and hold. The other side, so left leg this time slides away, flex that foot, extend the heel away. And release. The hugger tree exercise is really good for releasing tension in the shoulders and the neck. So what I want you to do is make sure you're sat forward on your chair, feet flat on the floor, and you have a choice. You can either gently link your fingers, or my preferred version is to put your hands one on top of the other and just link the thumbs. Now, I want you to have your hands about shoulder height, but I'm going to drop mine so you can see what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm starting by pulling the arms away from me and then pulling the elbows away so that I feel a stretch across my chest and my back. Now I'm going to bring the arms back up to shoulder height, and then I'm going to look down towards my knees to extend the chest, stretch into my neck. Try and keep the chin away from the chest. And release. I want us to stretch across the front of our chest here. So in this exercise, you need to ensure you're not lifting your rib cage. Try and keep the rib cage down. You're going to sit forward on your chest, so hip walk forward if you're not already there, and slide the hands back along your chair to wherever you start to feel the stretch in the chest. So for some of you, it might be here. For some of you, you're going to reach hold of the back of the chair. Some of you might even lean slightly forward. You pick the position that's right for you, and then without lifting the chest and looking forward, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together as if you're trying to squeeze a small ball between your shoulder blades. So you're squeezing those shoulder blades together. We're going to hold for between 8 and 20 seconds. We're really going to help breathing. If you've got a tight chest, it should help with the breathing. Opening up through the chest area. When you've had enough, give it a rest, give it a bit of a shake out. So you're going to feel that across your chest. You're also going to potentially feel it in your shoulders and on the inside of your arms. Sitting comfortably on your chair, try and sit upright. Circle the shoulders back. And bringing your right hand up and the left hand in the opposite direction, pushing it up and down. Try and make the movement go with your breath. Taking nice, deep, long breaths, opening up the chest. I want you to grab as if you're holding a ball and keep the hands the same width apart. You do bubble circles. Change direction. So we're keeping the hands below head height. Okay. Taking your right hand across, think of clouds, change hand, other side. So cross in front of your eyes and release. Other side. That is our cloud. Next time we're going to push the leaves across at the same time. Don't worry, if you're struggling with this, just stick with the clouds. Bring the hands back. Think of that ball and expand and contract. Taking one hand slightly higher than the other. And to the other side. And resting your hands on your thighs. shoulders back. Bring your hands up and just wiggle your fingers. Move up and down as if you're playing a keyboard, getting some movement in your fingers. Just sunset circles, bringing the hands back down. Keeping your breath low, deep and strong. Well done. See you next time.